a wonder. It's just beautiful.
You come here and you think, is this Ohio?
Every person is surprised, every single one of them.
Real nice. If you haven't done it, you gotta come.
It's just a beautiful place to go and chat or just reconnect with nature.
Time after time here in Hocking Hills State Park, I've heard people say that this place doesn't look at all like Ohio. In the next few minutes, I'll visit some of the most popular places in the park to see if that's true. Among the places that I'll visit are Old Man's Cave, Cedar Falls, Ash Cave, Conkle's Hollow, Rock House, and this place, Cantwell Cliffs. Stay until the end, as I'll take in a festival which is related to purported sightings of a creature which some say inhabits the wilderness here. I hope you like shades of green. The palette is dominated by that color in this video. It's the vibrant green of Hocking Hills State Park in summer. The state of Ohio began purchasing land in the 1920s to preserve this special place. Today, the park covers over 2,500 acres.
One of a kind in Ohio, that's for sure. I've been hiking here since I was a kid.
The landscape here is stunning. Much of that is as a result of how things ended with the last ice age around 11,000 years ago.
This area was formed from glaciers. So where the glaciers came in and formed these, basically all of these different gorges through here.
There are 7 major hiking areas within the park. It would be difficult to see what all of those places offer in just one day.
Giving yourself at least 2 days here is probably good.
The most popular part of Hocking Hills State Park is on the southern end. That was the first part of the land that was preserved by the state.
Which is why we have Old Man's Cave, Cedar Falls, and Ash Cave all connected.
Old Man's Cave draws a great bit of attention. It is the main focus of a 1-mile loop trail that begins and ends at the visitor center. Legend has it that a couple of boys encountered the ghostly figure of an old man and his dog in the cave in the early 1900s. Speculation is that it was a trapper and his dog who took shelter within the area back in the 1770s. Some say that the two can still be seen at times, roaming through this part of the park. There are no guarantees that you will see apparitions from 2.5 centuries ago, but you will see recessed caves, waterfalls, and interesting rock formations. The trail includes several tunnels and a good bit of up and down. This portion of the park does seem like a place where a person could have been quite content to live a very simple life. Water is plentiful, there is shelter from the elements, and back in the day, it would have been quite isolated. Our second stop is Cedar Falls. Cedar Falls is the largest waterfall in the Hocking Hills region by volume. It is formed as Queer Creek tumbles 50 feet over the sandstone. The feature has quite a few fans, with many people taking the short hike to see it every day.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's God creation. You know, it's awesome what he can make and what he's done.
This is the sort of place that people will come back to numerous times. The scenery changes with the seasons, and the nature of the place varies with the amount of rain that is received. The first time at a location such as this, however, does make an impact.
It's our first time here, and I'd come back again. It's beautiful.
Cedar Falls was actually misnamed. The trees that surround the falls are not cedars, but instead hemlocks. Next up is Ash Cave. This was actually the first of the park's features that I visited, and it made such an impact. Walking along the trail, the first view you get gives an idea of just how massive the cave is. Finally, arriving and walking into the structure inspires awe. It's the largest recessed cave in the park, and even in the entire state. It is horseshoe-shaped, 700 feet long and about 100 feet deep. The overhang is roughly 90 feet high. Add in what on this day was a trickle of a waterfall, and there's no doubt you've come upon a special place.
Oh, it was so beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
It's interesting to see the way people react when they experience this. It takes a while to come to terms with the size of this place.
I wasn't expecting it to be so big.
The trail to Ash Cave goes through a narrow gorge. It's a good idea to go up and out of the cave on the way back to complete a loop, and gain some views of the feature from an elevated level. For the next spot, I actually went outside of park boundaries.
And Conkle's Hollow is not owned by us, it's the Department of Natural Areas and Preserves.
Okay.
There are a couple of ways to see Conkle's Hollow. There is a rim trail that provides the view from above. I preferred the gorge trail, which was a more direct route to the good stuff. At the beginning, the trail was nice, but nothing spectacular. That changed pretty quickly. My brother Alan was with me when I explored the park.
The hollow itself is just a big V that is fairly wide at the beginning, and then at the very end, there's usually a waterfall. Today, there's not much water falling.
By the time you reach that waterfall, the scenery and rock formations simply surround you in a tight embrace. It is most impressive.
The walls of the hollow get really close right up there at the end.
By the time you get to the notch at the end of the gorge trail, the cliffs seem close enough that you could reach out to both sides at once. The cliffs are some of the highest in the region, at around 200 feet. Because this is such a phenomenal spot, you'll rarely have it all to yourself.
There's always people in there taking pictures, wading in water.
For the next stop, we head back inside of park boundaries. This is the popular spot known as Rock House. There are a number of caves in the Hocking Hills area, but Rock House here is technically the only one that is classified as a cave. You've heard me use the term recess cave for Old Man's Cave, Ash Cave, and other features within the park. What you have in those situations is basically an overhang, created as the soft sandstone is eroded between two layers of more sturdy rock. Rock House, though, is a true cave, not just an overhang. It is a corridor that is approximately 200 feet long. The roof is around 25 feet high, and the passage varies between 20 and 30 feet in width. There are natural-looking windows and doorways, giving the structure its name.
And you were saying it's called the Rock House because it literally looks like a house made of rock.
I knew somebody lived in there over the years.
Right.
People enjoy climbing up into Rock House, traveling from end to end, and peering out of the various openings. It's nearly impossible not to wonder what it would be like to actually use this as a shelter.
This is my second trip here, but
Nice.
the first one was years ago. But it's all the same.
Yeah, first time here, but this is amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
I thought Rock House might be my favorite place in the park. That was until I experienced
Cantwell Cliffs.
Cantwell Cliffs is in the northernmost reaches of Hocking Hills State Park. It is a bit out of the way, and its trails are a bit more challenging than some of the others. For those reasons, it might not receive as much traffic as a lot of the other spots. Those who make the effort, however, are rewarded.
So far, it's been like one of my favorites. It's so pretty. There's like a kind of like a ravine, right? And then the rock just kind of comes up over you. And
We shared this fantastic place early in the morning with these two and not many others. It was sort of a special occasion for them as they found themselves at one of those points where individual lives diverge.
we're both leaving for college and we're moving really far away from each other. And so we just wanted some time to like talk and like relax in nature with each other, so.
It's in an environment such as this where it's hard to believe that you have not crossed state lines. A lot of things come to mind when thinking of Ohio, but being immersed in this kind of natural setting is not at the top of the list.
I really like it. I never thought this would be in Ohio.
For me, I have a lot of family in Maine and I'm down there and I feel like I'm somewhere up north.
It looks more like something you'd find out west in the Rockies, but it's all right here about an hour from Columbus.
Most of the trails to the main sites of Hocking Hills are relatively short and pretty easy. There were even lots of people hitting the high points with several young kids in tow.
They've all done great. They've all done great.
That accessibility, allowing many people to see these wonderful places, is a big deal.
It's huge. It's huge for anybody, and anybody can come here.
Longer, more difficult hikes are possible. The park has a total of more than 25 miles of trails. If visiting Hocking Hills, particularly for the first time, the first stop should probably be the Visitor Center. It's located by the parking lot for the Old Man Cave area and has plenty to offer in terms of information of how to enjoy the park.
So you can get yourself a map, you can ask any questions you have, and we can give you kind of a good overview of what the trails are going to be like, distances.
There is no admission to visit any of the areas within Hocking Hills State Park. This was not by design, but sometimes you get lucky. Logan, Ohio bills itself as the gateway to the Hocking Hills area. It just so happened on the week that I came here, it's also playing host to the annual Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival. It was quite the scene on the main street of Logan. A Bigfoot on a one wheel, vendors from all over, and all sorts of items related to what they refer to here as the hide-and-seek world champion. It looks like a festival that has long established roots, but that's not the case.
This is our second year for the Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival, but I have had the Hocking Hills Bigfoot Conference since 2016.
This is in Logan because of the Hocking Hills area and all of the wilderness associated with it. There's plenty of room to hide, and over the years there have been plenty of sightings.
And all sorts of reports, sightings, and really interesting things go on down here.
This festival centers on fun, but it's also a topic that many believe in fully. It's also, though, about fostering a sense of togetherness and a tribute to the part of the country in which Logan is located.
Be able to celebrate summer, friends, family, outdoors, encourage folks to get outside and explore their natural areas.
The Bigfoot Street Festival was free. Look for it to grow even bigger in its third year. There is so much to see here in Hocking Hills, and it's all about the natural wonders that exist within park boundaries, and maybe a Bigfoot sighting or two. It is true that there is beauty here that rivals many other better-known locations. Most places that you'll want to see are easily accessible. That's great, but it also means you'll have to share most spots with lots of other people, particularly in the summer, and also when the leaves are changing in the fall. I'd say it's still worth the trip. Thanks for being here on Old, Alone, and Far From Home. I'll invite you to come back real soon.